What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, definitely subscribe, hit that like button, would appreciate it, and let everybody know your score prediction down in the comments below. This is a good game, and I think there's going to be some strong opinions from both sides. We're going to get into both sides in today's video. If you're interested in something more serious on the gambling, in the gambling industry, become a member here on the channel. It's $30, all sports, an entire month. Coming off a 2-1 divisional round NFL week. Ravens giving up that punt return and being tied at halftime versus up was the only difference, as one of our bets, the only losing bet, was Ravens on a double result with Lions money line, and that was our plus money wager. So tough not to go 3-0 this week. We'll get back there. College hoops, going to start smoking that. Had a couple tough buzzer beaters, a couple 1-point bad beats, but still 500 in college hoops. So we're going to get rocking on that. Become a member, guys. $30, supports the channel at the same time. Let's get into today's game. Wow, this is a big one, guys. I'm actually pretty excited. Let me upload the slides here. Loading. Alrighty, here we go. Lions offense, 391 total yards versus Tampa. 277 through the air, 114 on the ground. Pretty similar against the Rams. 344 total, 255 passing, and 79 rushing. But keep in mind, the pressure on the Lions in that Rams game, I think, was a little bit different. And I think as we move forward, the deeper into the playoffs we get, I think the pressure comes off the Lions even more. And some could say they're even better in the underdog position. So take that for what it is. They scored 31 and 24 points respectively in those two games. Lions versus Green Bay, though, 67% completion percentage versus 64, 7.6 yards per attempt and 7.2. So the Lions, I mean, they've been better than Green Bay, and look what Green Bay just did to the 49ers. Something to consider. Lions defense, though, 408 total yards versus Tampa. Gave up almost 320 through the air, 89 on the ground, 425 versus the Rams, even worse, 357 from Stafford, 68 on the ground. They're allowing 7.7 yards per attempt to the Rams. Tampa came through with 6.8 yards a play. So they're good against the run. They're stopping the run pretty good, but man, they are just getting gashed against the pass. It is ugly. 49ers defense, Green Bay had 330 total yards, 194 through the air. Nothing too crazy. The score was close, but when you look at these statistics, it really wasn't out of control. 136 on the ground is pretty bad, though. If Montgomery and Gibbs can get going here, that could be trouble for the 49ers. Green Bay averaged a little over 5 yards a play, and the 49ers allowed over a 500 percentage on completing third downs. Green Bay was 7 out of 13 on third down. 49ers offense, though, 356 total yards against Green Bay. Debo, let's talk about Debo. I mean, it's easy if you know he's out ahead of time, so you can game plan stuff to not involve him. But when you lose a player like that early in the game, it does kind of rattle the offense, because there was probably so many schemes and so many plays that involved Debo Samuel. So I don't know. Pretty rusty. 49ers off the bye, and they lose Debo early. It was kind of like a shock to the system, and I think that's why they kind of looked a little bit sluggish. Still 5.6 yards per play. So let's go over some rankings. 49ers ranked second overall in total offense. Lions are right behind them at third. But the defense is a little bit different. Top 10 are the 49ers, and barely top 20 in the league are the Lions in total defense. So some key points. It's the Lions getting gashed by like a single player. Mike Evans, Nakua, look what they did. 147 yards and 181 yards. Does this mean Brandon Ayuk alone? And then with Kittle too? Does it mean those two are basically going to have just 100 yards of passing each? Lions run D, we talked about it. It's good. It's solid. Is Christian McCaffrey going to struggle? He could. I don't know, though, guys. Sometimes that 49ers offense is better than a good defense, especially if they get worn down towards the end of the game. Those runs could really start to rack up. Debo's 50-50. I don't know if he's going to be in the mix, and that drastically changes things. If he's going to play, Now, all things considered, even if he does go, he could be knocked right back out in the game and only play a quarter and get hurt again. We all know how soft Debo is in the playoffs. But the 49ers also, they have a coaching advantage, guys. I think the coaching edge might catch up to the Lions in this game. So overall, the Lions are a 7-point underdog. The total sits just above 50. It's going to be high scoring. The Lions can't stop anything through the air. They're better against the run, but the Niners are so good with the run that I think that kind of offsets a little bit. Jared Goff, significantly better in a dome setting, especially at home. 49ers got the rust off. It was a scary game, but they got through it. Now they're probably ready to play. Whether they have Debo or not, they're going to game plan accordingly for it. I think the Packers are better than people think. I don't think the Packers are getting enough credit here. So the 49ers, although they narrowly escaped Green Bay, look what Green Bay did at Dallas. So I think even though it was a close win, 24-21, I think the Niners should get pretty good credit. No Debo. They had to kind of adjust on the fly, and they still got by a really good Green Bay Packers team. So can the Lions even get a stop here? This is my biggest concern. I feel like Purdy is going to look much better. He looked shaky. He looked nervous. Brock Purdy, man, it looked like the game manager was coming down. Sorry, I can't talk today, guys. It's been a crazy day. I lost so much money last night on Stephon Diggs coming up short on 25 yards receiving. It'll make your head spin, about 4K. But that's another story. Can the Lions get a stop? I mean, can they? I'm not really sure they can get a stop. Overall, I'm going Niners by 10. I know the Niners are scoring above 30. I know it. And right now, if you look at their team total, it's 29.5. I usually don't give out bets like this for free. Usually the members only get stuff like this. Over 29.5 team total for the 49ers is a home run. I think they're going to get a couple stops on the Lions. I don't think the Lions are going to get a couple stops. This total is going over 50.5. And I think the Niners get out of there with about a 10-point win. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Debo or not, I think they're going to game plan accordingly. Coaching advantage. Jared Goff on the road. That Lions secondary is beyond bad. I think it's going to be a big day for Ayuk, Jennings, Kittle. If Debo's back, that's further going to add to it. Christian McCaffrey, I know the run defense is good for the Lions, guys, but how good is it? Is it good enough to totally shut down someone like Christian McCaffrey? I think Purdy's going to look a little better. I think they got the rust off from not playing. I think they're going to look pretty sharp here. I like the Niners at home to cover the spread. I like the total to go over. I'll see you guys in the next video.